Brilliant. My name's Keith Hebden. I'm the respectable face of St Mark's Church, Mansfield, just down the road. But what you really want to know is the names of our speakers who are just assembling, I hope, inshallah, just around the corner. Martin Lee is going to, from the leader of the Labour group in Mansfield District Council, is going to formally welcome all of you here today.
This is the greatest honour I've enjoyed since being elected as a Mansfield District Council. And so on behalf of the people of Mansfield, I welcome all the marchers. We salute you, your courage, your strength and your commitment. On your epic journey, you will have passed through many towns and cities like ours. Towns and cities built on the labour of generations in heavy industry. Many of those men and women who toiled in mines, furnaces, textile factories here in Mansfield and the surrounding district all their working lives often paid a heavy price in industrial illnesses and injuries. And before the creation of the National Health Service and welfare state, workers who were robbed of their health were so often left destitute. Attlee's Labour government put an end to the fear that ill health would result in grinding poverty. And although the mines, furnaces, textile factories have gone, the legacy of ill health from hard physical work remains for many that still live amongst us today. The NHS, free at the point of need, is as much a requirement of a civil society now as it was in 1948. Looking after those whose health has been damaged in creating the wealth of towns like this and throughout the nation, providing quality care for this generation and the generations to come when they need it, in the knowledge that any visit to a hospital or a GP surgery will not result in financial hardship. And this is what the Tories, UKIP, the Liberal Democrats are intent on destroying. And this is what we will not let them do. Cameron, Hunt, the rest of them are strangling the life out of the NHS, and all the vultures are circling. Circle Health, Virgin Health, Serco, G4S and the rest. Now everyone here, everyone has taken part in this march. Your efforts and sacrifice is the greatest example of how we will not let these thieves destroy our NHS. Used by us, owned by us, loved by us, and now the NHS can only be saved by us. Now, Andy Burnham, Labour's Shadow Health Secretary, and Ed Miliband have committed the next Labour government to the repeal of the Health and Social Care Act. But that is not enough. The next Labour government must tear up the PFI deals that are crippling hospitals like our own Kingsmill. And Labour must never allow a British government to sign up to a transatlantic trade deal that includes any provisions regulating health services that will see the takeover of the NHS by grasping multinational health companies. Now, there's absolutely no economic justification for what this government is doing to the NHS. We have a first-class institution admired throughout the world, and the 6th richest country in the world can afford it. We're told that we've got to balance the books, live within our means, eradicate the deficit. Let's all remember that the NHS was created at a time when this country was in a far worse financial state than it is now after 6 years of World War. That didn't stop Anira and Bevan bringing the NHS into being against unrelenting opposition from those who put private profit ahead of the nation's health. So all you marchers, thank you from Mansfield for fighting for our NHS, for this generation and for future generations. And what a story you can tell your grandchildren. You can tell them that you walked the length of this country in the fight to save our NHS, inspiring thousands along the way to stand firm against the spivs and the speculators who would dismantle the greatest institution this nation has ever built. I salute you, and Mansfield salutes you.
Councillor Martin Lee, thank you. She led the march as they marched up here so dramatic. You guys marched up here so dramatic.